The explosive return of Infernoble Knight. That was definitely not on my list. Somebody has been tinkering around with Invoked, and there's some other surprises. Make sure you guys smash the like crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. What in the world is an Infernoble deck doing here? So evidently, you know, sticking some Infernobles on the field, you know, go ahead and make Mr. Dempsey here. Dempsey gets you a Fire Warrior, a Battling Boxer. Okay, and I mean, Flame Banshee's going to get you into, you know, your mini little Pobbler package, and you kind of, start to unfold and do some other traditional things in here. Now, this is, this was not on my list of things, honestly. I didn't expect somebody out here to cook with, you know, the Battling Boxer sub package. The fact, you know, you can still use the Infernoble stuff to, you know, rank up into, you know, Charles the Great out here. Put, you know, the strange powerhouse plays that this deck can kind of do. You know, the Almace, the Durandal, sure, these are, you know, going to be your main things. Only 2 museums as well. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of cutting back on the Infernoble cards without a soul. They're like not good. Like, as much as I want to be like, yeah, this deck is really cool. Yeah, it is cool. There are some really cool play lines that you can cook up with this. But, okay. We are also citing Angelica's Angel Ring. I'll be honest with you. Citing this is 150% correct. You just run into so many issues with having this card in the main that, like, there's... It's just, you can't justify it. We're also side decking the other Cabio Roland, which I find kind of interesting here as well. And of course, we have to side the shifters. We're at a point right now in the meta that, you know, stopping this stupid card from resolving on you is mandatory. Infernoble literally cannot play the game under shifter, so you have to look for ways to you know, go about doing that. Also, full Fiendsmith combo I do think is kind of needed. So a little bit different of a take on the meta, and I like that. Okay. This is the most easy to play 2020 2019 Yu-Gi-Oh deck that you could have seen people struggling with out here. So Alistair the Invoker, the normal summon creature, back at it again. What impresses me most about this is, you know, this deck is not, like, broken at all. It is a consistent monster that is able to put its one very simple play on the board, which is the Macabre, and you kind of just call it a day, actually. Like, it's really just that sad that that's all that this build actually does anymore. You know, and I'll be honest with you. Oh, okay, sure. We're also playing an interesting spread of hand traps in here. The fact we're actually dedicating slots to the Ogre, I do think is kind of interesting. Of course, double Invocation, triple Meltdown is correct. Triple D Crow is also very interesting to me, but let's call it what it is, you know. Depending on what your local environment is, where most of these typical lists end up coming from out here, you know, you need to roll certain cards like this to kind of help you out. So that's good. We are also the one shifter in the side deck, just for the crossouts. Once again, all of these decks that are able to play shifter to kind of counteract the whole, you know, woo, there goes my graveyard, woohoo! And of course, we are side decking a Secret Village. I love this. This is the haha funny stuff right here. You know, being able to deploy out your spellcaster, you know, hide behind the Macabre, soft lock your opponent, you know, obviously, you know, you're following up the Macabre into the Ecclesia typically with a punishment / floor, or, you know, you're setting up the mini Shadal package for this. The fact that decks just don't have outs right now for window, I think is some of the craziest stuff that's going on right now. So that's good. Okay. This Spright pile. Now, there are a lot of cool ways right now to engage with Spright as a whole. And genuinely, I've been pretty intrigued with the innovations that people have been trying to mess around with this deck. You know, the mini Mirror Mage with this has definitely fallen in line with things as well, but there's this card right here. Archlord Christia, being this absurdly strong power card that you're able to deploy against your opponent, have your opponent go, huh? Like, what am I, like, come on, man. Like, why'd you have to Christian me? Like, to what avail does this really matter? And the answer is, yeah, you're done. The minute Christia typically hits the field out here as an option for these sorts of decks is pretty interesting. Now, you're going to notice this right here, this build is playing Starlight Road with the actual Stardust Dragon built into it. If your locals is just sick of like all this back row stuff, or you know your opponent's got Raigekis and things like that, literally Starlight Road that, and you're good to go. Now remember, Starlight Road does have to protect more than one card being destroyed. So it has to read a 2 or more being destroyed. So you can get some insanely good value on this. But this is hilarious. It's Starlight Road. I actually saw play out here in the year 2024 in Spright. Nonetheless, hey, you just letting your opponent attempt to do the thing and slam down a Starlight Road is great. Also, hey, look, another deck that's playing Shifter Wifter out here. I cannot stress enough that how stupid Shifter is. Whether or not, you're afraid to Shifter or your deck inherently just has access to supporting this card, good stuff. But Starlight Road, that's beautiful to see. Whoo, we have... I see that we're getting a little bit saucy in our Kashtira deck now. Okay, sure. So, basically, if you get to the boots, you can get the boots yeeted away. You can get to the rank up magic quick launch, and then you can rank up into Duo King Kali Yuga. Now, how are we doing this? We gotta get 2 level 3 monsters on the field to get to this. This is some gimmicky stuff here, actually. What in the world are you trying to rank up magic quick launch with the silent boots? That's so freaking funny, man. Okay, you know what? Sure. If you can successfully get to this line of play and get this set up, then you are just the best duelist around. There is nobody that's going to be around to hurt you. But for the rest of this, I mean, standard Kashtira ratios, I have nothing to report on the change for that. I think that's fine. I do see that we do have mainly a lot of the other standard stuff in here. The one thrust to toggle into whichever, good card that you need here. We're also doing standard Heat Soul plays with the Draco Sack. That's fine. And of course, we are playing the Darkest Dragon Doombringer. Yeah, this also helps out, for the requirements to rank up a Dark Exceed. So I have nothing else to report on this. I think that this is hilarious that you're seeing this combo pile of things actually working out. Okay, and our last list here is good old Chimera Fiendsmith. Now, one of the cool things about this deck is the Sinister Necrom and into the Adusted Gold, because Adusted Gold is a light Fiend monster. So this alone is full Fiendsmith combo, because Requiem just goes to town on this thing. Yep. Remember, one light Fiend monster. So basically, you have this stupid reverse synergy in this deck that people really like, because, this gets you into what you need. I do see we are playing the Necroquip Princess to make the Wave King Kaiser, using the Wave King Kaiser as the form of interruption on your opponent. And, of course, you also have the King Tiger Wangamaboo. Mr. King Tiger says no fun allowed to you Bell players, which is the funniest thing in the world, by the way, because you just continuously eat through their stuff, because having a mandatory pop is some of the funniest stuff available in the modern era game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, we are actually mean-dicking the Dark Barrier statue. I'm actually happy about this. The Dark Barrier statue, in my personal opinion, is such a broken blowout card right now, especially when the format isn't dark or light focused. That's like the most insane part of all of this. You get the value or you get it. Also have the Underworld Goddess in here as well. Okay, I'll take it. So, what do you guys think about all of this madness? There's a lot. And I truly mean that. There is a lot here. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'm pretty impressed with this. I really am. There's a lot of cool things happening. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.